at Kerio Valley, that is over 90% of Kerio Valley, you cannot speak of any other sponsor but Catholic Church. And as we speak about that, we need to interrogate the role of a sponsor for spiritual part, the role of a sponsor for also, because a Catholic education speaks about holistic formation. That is in terms of spiritual, moral, and academic. And when we speak about Elgeyo Marakwet, those are the values that we want in our schools. Those are the things that we want to impart in our institutions, so that as we are able to bring a society that is growing. Allow me to say that in spite of that, we play our role. Number two, as we talk about the growth of institutions in our county, is about the value for integrity. I've heard speak about the performance of our school. There is a deep discussion that we need to interrogate. The performance and the growth of our institutions. Looking at the past and looking at the present. Interrogate those performance, not just we say, yes, it is the best. I want also, as we make that interrogation, then go into the schools that they look that they have not performed well, and then go into the transitional way into the life. The other day there was a picture of information that look at how the students have changed from this course to another because they are incapacitated. Integrity. Number three, when I was young, when you go to school, in the evening, you will come back and you are told, go and bring cows back home. Go and weed, fetch water and come. The response is that we wanted to integrate the growth of economy of our home and also the interpretation that tomorrow I'll pick one egg to buy a book, I'll pick a liter of milk to buy. That is that. So we must also do our local development. And I used an example some few years ago when you were the CS of the road. I was dropping down to Chesongoch, and somewhere near Chogor, there are some Wazes who normally sit along the road. And I asked them, Kilia oret mriju? Then they said, yeah, oret. Denyuru CS Murkomen. Mojine waso. Kunyuko taune barabara yubaga. Nimetafuta nikuone na kuambia leo.
Thank you, Father.
I'm finishing.
Okay.
Equalization of schools. Equalization of schools. We have our national schools and we have up to C4. There is a need to grow these small ones. I know C1 and C2 enjoy the national capitation vizuri. Look at the day schools. Day schools, tunaweza ongea, they are at the mercy. Sometimes they get even the capitations and contributions from second term na kwenda that term. Wakati in terms of, because kuna nusu inatoka ministry na kuna nusu inatoka CDF. Support ya chakula, support. Look at that. Number 4, naomba tusikate. Grow these schools and make them grow better. Number 5, interference also. Putting my person. Putting my person is another thing. Let us look at the holistic formation. And number 5, there was mention of the special schools and the other special need. I know we enjoy the 90% of it, and sometimes we confuse the question about small homes and the special schools. The church makes a home for those who are PS Moria. We are part and parcel of the institutions here, for example, Kipsoen. We are members here. We like to see that the sponsor takes a great responsibility in participating and caring for that. Otherwise, in this sense, we remain faithful, we remain strong, lakini sponsor abaki tu akifanya hiyo kazi. We'll want to see nisasau nakada. We have problems with drugs and issues to do with the substances. Yes, vijana wako wakati wanashika watu wamebeba bangi, they will say hii bangi ni shilingi milioni 5. Wametoa wapi bei yake?
Once you weigh the kilos, you know the price.
Kwa hivyo inauzwa?
Yeah.
Kwa hivyo inauzwa?
Of course.
No. Mheshimiwa, it is an illegal thing that you not allow, but it is better not to say the price, because tomorrow, mimi sijaijua bangi ni milioni 5. Tomorrow I look for it.
No, thank you. Thank you very much, Father. Father, the price of all the illicit things are known, because we know their market, where they sell it and so forth. And so when you say imepatikana of this amount, you have to quantify, and that's part of the things you do, go to Kotini. For your assurance, Father To, yeah, for your assurance, we know what the church does, as you've said it very clearly. Even financial support, it doesn't have to come from the priest. But the church can mobilize its members who are its alumni, wamesoma, wamefanya, to continue. And Catholic Church does that all the time. You know, we are called for Mavuno to support a small home, to do this school support of this program. What we were trying to say is that the church must be as involved continuously as has always been, and must not only focus on the spiritual, but also ensure that they check, especially management. Because of the role of the sponsor, we are emphasizing that the role of the sponsor in appointing the chair of the board also translates to the principal. And we have had situations where when principal is transferred, sponsor causes chaos. Because, and I like what you said, Father, because of mtu yangu. So inasikia sasa Father To anasema mimi director of education sichakubali, hiyo sio mtu yangu. So inakuwa shida. And the same to MPs or minister or somebody else. We want to see the schools are done better. And for your also comfort, as a son of a former catechist, I'm building the biggest school in Marakwet, in Embobut, where Father Reynard started the school. So you are in comfort. For the road ulichelewa kidogo. Although kunipata, the road now karibu iwekwe the first black top. It is going on very well. And we've made sure that we put good resources to tarmac the road, so it's ongoing. Thank you very much. Father Bishop Kipsoi, you are always known for being brief.
Yeah.
Thank you, my bishop.
Yeah. I'll try to be brief. Yes. Okay, thank you so much. Allow me to appreciate this forum. Number two, as my brother said, the church, and I used to say the church is not an appendix when we talk about education. Before the government formalized education, even way back, John Rebman and Ludwig Grab started education. And we want to thank God, even in Elgeyo Marakwet, we cannot speak of education or schools without the church. Allow me to mention what we do as a church. Africa Inland Church, we are sponsoring 130 public senior and primary schools, 8 mission schools owned and managed by the church, 43 public senior schools, 1 public TTI, 1 MDC registered, owned and managed by the church, 2 theological colleges registered, owned and managed by the church. Allow me again to say we are also running and manning agricultural training college, registered And we thank God for our madam for assisting us to register Cheptebo agricultural training. And this one we own and manage it. We are also sponsoring 2 public vocational training centers. In the AIC church, especially Elgeyo Marakwet, I have 2 education secretaries. One is manning Keyo South and another one Marakwet. Allow me to mention some activities that we do. We have annual education and birthday, and with me here, I have, last week we had education day in Marakwet chapter, and our guest of honor was Dr. Laxmana Kipto. And tomorrow we'll be having Keyo chapter, and our guest of honor will be PS Treasury, Honorable Chris, and will be done at AIC Kapitony. And this is the program I will share with you. What do we do? What do we do in these annual education and birthdays? Rewarding schools who did well in KCSE exam, awarding certificates to teachers who did well in their subjects, motivational talk from invited guests, dedication prayer for candidates. Number 2, annual workshops for POM chairs, members, and principals. We have that annual. Number 3, capacity building for chaplains. Training. We are training them on pastoral care and counseling, youth counseling, management of grief, trauma, and recovery, counseling skills and techniques. Number 4 is that we have in the county what we call in my office Bishop's visitation to schools. I visit all my schools in Elgeyo Marakwet, motivating, praying, and even having forums with teachers. Number 5, annual AIC Elgeyo Marakwet champion exam. And with me here, I have last year's champion exam results. I will also share with you how we do it. And as a result, our guest of honor, the above activities have given us a sense of improvement. We have started to harvest some clean A's, and we want to thank God. Allow me to mention challenges, and then I'll sit down. Challenge number 1 is what we call sluggish leadership. That is the worst. Joshua was told, it is you who will take these people to inherit the land. So we have a great problem with leadership. Leadership from the professional, now the principals, and even the POM chairmen. Some of them, when choosing, you may think is a good person. But akiingia ndani nakuwa mnyama. So may I say, effective leaders create positive cultures that drive performance and foster innovation. Leadership is not only merely about authority and title, but it is about building, modeling desired behaviors, and empowering individuals. Number 2, so katika hii sluggish, nikisema sluggish leadership, kuchikokota. It is as if in Elgeyo Marakwet, wewe unajua, yani Elgeyo Marakwet kuko bien mut, yani ni kuchikokota. People are not active enough. of aggressiveness. External and internal interference. I was talking about this word interference in physics. Ikasema, constructive interference occurs when two waves collide and combine. But destructive interference happens when two waves collide and cancel out. Kuna interference ile mzuri ambayo inaunga mzuri, na kuna interference ile mbaya ile na collide na kuleta maneno ovyo. So we have, and so most of us have mentioned, interference with the systems of the school, political interference, professional interference within. Even some teachers are wanaanza kukun, wanaanza kampuni au hali ya ile naisa slow wanaita nini, go slow ili kuangusha principle. Kuna hiyo interference ya politics, kwa sababu hata nyinyi si watu wazuri, kwa sababu hata mko na mtu yenu na mnasogoma sisi kukopale mtu yenu, na huyu mtu yako asalishi, na kama asalishi sisi tukikataa tunasema sponsor amefanya nini, ameinterfere. So ombi ni kusema kwamba let us avoid destructive interference to school systems and management. We want to ask our politicians, let us respect each other. We are all professionals. We are all professionals. The scripture states that each of us should look not only to your own interest, but to the interest of others, considering others better than yourself. Mwalimu kama principal kwa shule, let us show some dignity. Let us dignify. Hata kama mimi ni pastor, mnafikiria nilienda Bible school kusomea memory verses. See, dignify me, dignify my memory verses. Because I'm a professional. Hata katika culture, kuna watu ambao wanatoa chipchugu, kibyugu kikiingia kwa poma, lazima kuna professional ambao anang'oa. So, naomba CS kusema ya kwamba let us avoid interference. Kwa sababu kuna kitu kimoja, hii interference, na ndio nitaje ya mwisho ndio nimalize, ina cause chaos. Na Biblia nasema kwamba where there is conflicts and disorders, there is nothing good will come out of that school. Lastly, lack of adequate support and supervision. When you compare private and public schools, kuna shida kwa public, kwa sababu supervision iko less. Unakuta staying close inaenda mbali, strong supervision from school. Kuna jambo lingine, lack of sufficient support from parents, personal, professionals. Na hata ulipouliza swali hapa, ulisema tuseme, and I like always I say we should be real in order to be right. Uliuliza professionals, how do you engage yourself to your schools? Wakaeba. In the presentation, hakuna moja atasema. So I think kitu ile na haribu Elgeyo Marakwet ni kwamba our professionals are not identifying themselves with their primary school, with their secondary school. They are not identifying themselves. Alafu wakati ikikuja election, wanatuletea huyu ndio mtu wa kuchagua. Hata mchinga amerevuka, ngoja tutaona. Okay. Wacha tu nimalize kwa kusema, wacho wewe ulinichokoza kusema usiongee mengi, ningeongea kidogo. Wacha nimalize CS kwa kusema, the scripture talks about making in Matthew chapter 12 verse 33, It says make a tree good and its fruits will be good. Or make a tree bad and its fruits will be bad. For a tree is recognized by its fruits. Let us make our children and schools good. We are makers of our schools. Let us make them good and we will have good results. Siniseme tu alafu ni hand over hii kwangu niseme. Hata wale wa kuchora wali hand over. Hata mimi wa kuandika nita hand over.
Asante sana.
Sasa
kindly hand over to
yes.
to Waziri is our chief guest. Pigia makofi Bishop. To be fair to you, Bishop, since you came to office, the schools have improved. Where you have always gone to, they have truly improved. And as I said earlier, pigieni makofi our two sponsors. Between Catholic and AIC, I think the schools sponsorship is about, Catholic is 60%, maybe AIC is 30%. These are two charges that possibly sponsor 90-something% of the schools in the county. And when they speak the way Father Toa aliongea na Bishop Kipsoi, I ask myself, then where is the problem? Then where is the problem? I think the problem is also in collaboration, building a collaboration so that everybody who has good idea, finding a middle ground on how those good ideas can be implemented. And if we live here today, one of the resolutions is to find a more collaborative approach towards doing the work we do. Beginning Makovi sponsors. Now, I am pressed of time. Yeah, I'm completely pressed of time. Yet I still have some categories. Sijawapatia nafasi. So if you promise me those categories that you will just go really on point. CSOs have been mentioned severally. CSOs, yeah? At least one person here CSO aonge. Yeah? One TSC, one ministry. So TSC, CSO, 1 minute. And if we can really try to do the 1 minute, our chief guest has been very patient with us. Let us also try to move.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Mine will be 1 minute. As CSOs, we accept that the grades were low. And that is why we had a program even from the beginning of the year where we have introduced, and even the training was done yesterday on TMEC. TMEC says teacher induction, mentorship, and coaching. So we have already champions. And already we have learned from our pilot that we can pair one school to another one and they improve. An example is Moi Tambach and Kabore. So already we have some solutions in place. Also, we have proper mentorship from our leadership. That is from our county director. But sir, we have a problem of facilitation. As a CSO, I'm not facilitated. I use my salary to move from one school to another one. And if I get a sponsorship or a partnership, I will also be compromised on the other side. But now we have a program that is going on between the CSOs, KEPSHA and KESHA. So we are going to our schools. And maybe at the end of the term, the board of management will get their reports. We want quality teaching so that we get quality training and then we get quality grades. Second, sir, we are the CSOs. I am a C5 and I advise us a D5, which is impossible. I'm a C5. I get a professional guidance to a D5. So at times, our promotions becomes an hindrance for our service. Sir, we have learned the goodness of collaborative work. We work with the ministry seamlessly. So we move from CSOs and quality assurance together in one school to another one and give a collective report.
Thank you.
But sir, allow me to say, KEPSHA were given chance to be in State House. KESHA were given, but why not CSOs? And we are only 1,500 in the whole Republic of Kenya. Please allow us take our regards. And I have a petition here, sir. Allow me to hand to you.
Yeah, please hand over to your minister.
Thank you.
Makofi from the ministry. Kasa, inaitwa? Kasa. Kaso, yeah. Si tunajua DEO, APSI. Yeah, sisi ni watu ya zamani. Kaso, representative. Ni nani? Wewe? The gentleman in the middle or where? Or wherever. Yeah, you can do it. Proceed. Please, another 2 minutes. You can see the CSO took actually 2 minutes. Proceed.
Thank you. From Quality Assurance and Standards Desk, we'll have very brief remark. Our issue had already been raised in earlier presentations. As a county, we don't have adequate personnel for quality assurance and standards. We lack transport means to facilitate us do the work. But despite the challenges, we have been able to meet the targets given. Each year we are expected to assess 30% of all learning institutions, which we struggle to attain. However, given the support, we would like to do 100% assessment. Thank you. We look forward for support.
Waziri, I see a challenge in your ministry the same as the one we have in Interior, where AIE is not there for the officers to be able to move around. And you also have a similar challenge with me, where the vehicles are few for purpose of moving around. So I think I will support you in the cabinet when you make a case in that direction, but also maybe you find an innovative way. What I told the county commissioner is that for every car we have, they share as the county or sub-county security team as you progress. So you have to find a way of giving at least one. There is no reason why the TSC person should not go with the same car with the ministry person and whoever else to work together as a team. I want to give now, to close in. Yes, wewe ni nani? That is representing who? About? Give him 1 minute. He has been raising his hand throughout.
Thank you.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Shem Atiagaga Vilembwa. I'm a school teacher. I've been teaching in St. Patrick's Iten for 14 years. And I'm also a certified chess instructor by the World Chess Federation. I've also worked as a secretary, chess in schools, and a Chess Kenya Federation.
Very good. Speak on sports.
I'm going straight to the point. Thank you, Mheshimiwa, for this opportunity. We have seen chess grow in Elgeyo Marakwet from 2 students to thousands of children. And we ran over 80 tournaments when I was still a teacher at St. Patrick's Iten. And with the support of the school administration, we were able to induct our school, St. Patrick's Iten, so that the children going to international events were in their big numbers. So Elgeyo Marakwet has been outstanding in chess, and we have seen Sing'ore becoming #1 overall in Kenya, and St. Patrick's Iten becoming #1 overall in Kenya for 5 consecutive years. In other words, Elgeyo Marakwet is leading in chess education in Kenya. And we are very happy and we are grateful for the support we have been receiving from the school administration in St. Patrick's Iten. We were requesting for the following. In as much as chess was introduced in education, there was no public participation which was done to introduce chess in education. We are requesting that it should be done properly so that the stakeholders also give their opinion on the best practices. And then secondly, we need also the children to be taught chess properly in Elgeyo Marakwet, and I'm suggesting the following, that in each sub-county, they allocate a day. The CSOs are here, and the quality assurance. They allocate a day where children, let's say 10 children from every school, or 5 children from every school, to assemble in a given venue, and then they induct children in chess with special instructors. Then we are also requesting that teachers should be involved in chess in education as it is being implemented in school co-curricula.
Thank you, Mwalimu.
Thank you so much. I'm through, and may God bless you.
Pigia makofi. And to close that part of sports and education, Tiren, on behalf of Matters Athletics and the like, although I'm not in athletics, I'm in football. Proceed.
Okay, thank you very much. Our chief guest, the CS Interior, may I take this opportunity first to say this is a great forum where we let our people know what exactly going on in the world of sports, particularly athletics. Let me start by saying that this county, from time immemorial, has been the greatest county. If we go back to way by 1968, St. Patrick's, I think, was the school that did very well. Cardinal Otunga, Alliance, and Kapsabet boys used to do great, and that's why they produce the best people that has actually branded this country greatly. I would like to ask Waziri ya kwamba the program that used to be there, all those old days was great. Nowadays, you've crumbled all the programs. For example, having cross country today, track and field, surely in a day, and these kids are small. I want you to go back to the old system that we used to have. The first term, we used to have ball games, decathlon and heptathlon and cross country, so that they prepare for the second term, track and field. And another point is also that there are schools in this county. You've mentioned earlier St. Patrick's and the Singore. I would like to recognize what St. Peter's Marakwet used to do, which they are not doing now. They are doing great. I want to also commend what Kimron is doing, what Kamosor is doing, what Kamo is doing, what Kondabilet is doing in this country on matters athletics. They are doing very well, and our primary schools. I want to challenge our CSOs and the teachers who are here today. This issue of training kids for 2 days, it's not actually good. What is the essence? You have enough time to give them the opportunity and let the teachers, and Waziri is here. If you go to our schools, there's no skills being impacted on these kids. You see kids playing volleyball alone, playing football, and very few teachers. And those teachers must be recognized and must be appreciated, as the colleagues who said that one earlier. And lastly, I'd like to say that this is the home of champions. In the last concluded World Cross Country that was done in Florida, there were only 2 gold medals and came to Elgeyo Marakwet. The only 2 gold medals that came to Elgeyo Marakwet. So I want to say, Waziri, when you go, nilikuwa nasikia tukiwa huko watu wanakujua. Kenyan are known because of athletics. That's our biggest heritage we have. Even the President of America acknowledges that Kenya is a powerhouse. American powerhouse kwa ile mambo mengine. Lakini sisi kwa athletics we are number 1. Kesho Waziri, na nataka nishukuru governor for those who went to Miramas. We want now to have the real training for the coaches. 1 day is not enough. We need to train them now. We need to train them now to be satisfied and to be recognized by world athletics, so that they become the real coaches on the ground. Karibu kesho kwa county championship. Yeah. Waziri kule Kamoi, I hope that nimesikia unajenga shule huko. Yeah. Jenga na utengeneze uwanja mzuri. I have my members here, chairman Simama, and my team. Wapi team? Otherwise, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. On sports facilities, we have the new CEO of Stadium Management, Mr. Kilimo. Can you say one word? We have 4 academies that needs to come up in this county. I know that is under the
Kenya Academy of Sports.
Yes, yeah. Kenya Academy of Sports. But also, how far is Kamarin, and what can you do for us in a few schools to facilitate mambo ya sports?
Thank you so much, Waziri. My name is Timothy Kilimo, the Director General, Sports Kenya. My mandate largely is on the larger stadiums, but as you put rightly, we work closely with Kenya Academy of Sports. And in Elgeyo Marakwet, we are constructing 4 academies, one in Kapchebau, the other one in Kibigos. The third one is in St. Patrick's, and that is for some good reason. And the 4th one is in Chepkorio. I had a chance of visiting these facilities last week. The one in Iten is at 20-something%. The one in Chepkorio is at 35%. Kapchebau is at 20 or so%. Kibikos just started. It was handed over to the contractor. What we will do is to endeavor to finish those ones, to ensure that they are ready for purposes of sports. But of course, I know it was around the time you were in sports that these things were put in place. I'll do my best to add a few in a way that will help the county. On Kamarin, we are going to bring back the contractor, and I want to make an undertaking that this time round we will finish Kamarin. I've been on Kamarin for many years. When I was in PDU, I came in 2017 to Kamarin. Sadly, I was in Parliament the other day to answer questions on Kamarin, which is a stadium in my place. The problems were done by other people, but of course, as a government, it's a going concern. I have a duty under Sports Kenya to ensure that it's done, equally to Kipchoge and the rest. What I want to ask the county government and also the other players, when you want to do a stadium, or a field, let's first of all be sure that we are going to finish. If not, let's not start it, because we will interfere with the sporting events in the schools. Secondly, I will undertake to support talent development through Kenya Academy of Sports, because that's a sister institution. We'll be running academies, and we want to register a number of schools. Some have been registered already, but we will add more. Kamoi, Jemanada, even my school, Kapswar Girls, now I want to make sure that we also have a pathway and a strong one for sports. St. Patrick's, of course, we can't even mention. That's given. We want to do something. So in all those, we will need the political support from the county as we do our part as executive.
Thank you. Thank you, team.
I wanted to say something on two things on the professionals, so that because I've been in these issues of education for long. I started with Kerio Valley as a board member, but where I changed a school is Kapswar Boys. When I came to Kapswar Boys, I found the school was going down. In fact, the community at that time, and Bishop will attest to that, had said, if possible, why don't we change Kapswar Boys to be a prison, so that watu wasiendange Tambachi, ikuwe karibu, watu watembelee wafungwa hao karibu hapo. But I moved it from 160 students to, by the time I was exiting, ilikuwa 600. And it was a sub-county school. By the time I exited, it was an extra county schools. I only did three things. Number one, I made sure that the principal does his or her work. In this case, it was largely because there were three principals when I was there, including when a lady acted as a principal for a whole term when we had an issue with they promoted my two principals, so I had to make with what was there. Now in Moi Kapswar Girls, I've done a bit. I wanted to proudly say that the 2024 class of Moi Kapswar Girls, 5 girls have been admitted to do medicine and surgery for the first time in the history of the school, and probably in Elgeyo Marakwet, because producing 5 medicine students in a school is a big achievement. So, professionals, in your neighborhood, in the door where you came from, or the school where you are closer to, just ensure that you do something meaningful. Then we will not do so much talk, we'll do the work. Thank you.
Thank you. This one has harassed us all the time, including flying students to Nairobi to motivate them. So those A's were also, you tortured us. Let's give Kimurto to now close that part of professionals. I had said I'll give Professor. No, before that, I was in sports. So before, let me just finish with Lorna. Lorna, what can we do differently from a sports perspective, from a person who, not necessarily a teacher in school, but from a sports person? What can we do differently to grow more talent? And we began in Makofi Lorna Kiblagat. She gave us the ground here for free to be able to have this meeting here. Thank you very much, Lorna. Proceed.
Asante sana, Bwana CS, our guest of honor, CS Education. Of course, you've been welcomed and you are welcome again. As you sit here, you are sitting at my sitting room. So karibuni sana. Number 2 is like, okay, I wanted to make 3, I don't want to repeat myself, but I wanted to make about 3 things that I think it should happen. Everybody has spoke about parents' motivation. And my dad would have been now 120 maybe, but when we were doing sports, when we were running, or there is a competition, especially like a county championship, and we lived like 5 kilometers away from home, so my parents would come for that so they are also, apart from talent, motivation, it is also bring back, as you teach us whole, bring back that thing like the parent indulgence in the growth of a child is very powerful. If my dad, and he was if my dad came all the way to motivate me to run, you would not be seated here today. And I was like, oh, what a shame. He came, or my mom and my dad came all the way from afar, and I was like, oh, in Sikikchu, how so those kind of things, it really helps out. Parents cannot say, just go give to the teacher and naishi ifo. We have all to be all together. Number 2, teachers. Nimerudia number 2, eh? Wacha nirudie tena number 2. Number 2, teachers, because we are talking about education. I think a healthy mind is a healthy body. So the more you engage also your students in exercises, like for me, I'm surprised already that we are seated for all that long. Mi nimetoka, nimekimbia, nimerudi, nasikia kutoka, nimerudi, so that mind function mzuri, but maybe our minds are, minds of people are a bit different. Maybe yetu ni kidogo. Na ya wengine ni kubwa inaweza absorb, it can absorb more. But I think physical exercise is very crucial. The more they active the student, the more they listen, the more they absorb also in studies. So put it, I would say put it like, make it, how can I say now? Yeah, like make it a
habit.
Don't assume it.
Yeah.
Please put it in. In that case, also us as athletes, what wanasemanga athletes, they are not very smart, and we don't accept it because we don't speak out. But for now, we really we know what we are doing. To calculate to run 42 kilometers, now win gold. Unafikiri ni michezo?
Pigia makofi.
And then some people tell us, Saila unakimbia, unafikiria nini? We say we have a lot of calculations on the way. Feel how your competitor is feeling. Know when you are going to. So we are also very good in mathematics. And number ya kusema, I would like to also give a little bit of what Lona Sports Academy is. So Lona Sports Academy, it was a dream. Saila ninakimbia, saila ninaenda, unajua, at some point I did 300 kilometers per week. And saila huko na long run yenye polepole, tulikuwa tunafikiria tufanye nini? What can we do? What can we do to improve our people? I came here first to invest in athletics. And when my colleagues asked me, why are you investing in the bush? I say, because I see hope. And this hope has brought us here today. Wow. And as I continue to finish, and thank you so much, Wanasias, for giving me, this is a rare chance. And let's make use of it. And I would like to recognize Honorable Jepiton. And he's seated next to me. I don't know why he was put to sit next to me. Without him, I would have not acquired this piece of land. It is about maybe 60 acres, and this land, we wanted to do Lona Sports Academy. And Lona Sports Academy, we have no idea. We are just and mutatusaidia tukikuja kwenu kweli mtusaidie kwa sababu hatujui kenye tunafanya. So so the idea was to teach when some people said students wengine walipotelea wapi. Si tulikuwa tunaona kwanza wasichana wenye wamepata A ama A B ama nini, all the boys are going to run to them, they make them pregnant and then they are wives at home. So hapo walipotelea wengine. So we wanted to teach real life skill, entrepreneurship, sports management, business management. As athletes also, we wanted to understand contracts. Thank you, because you are both lawyers. As we just sign, a manager or musungu, unajua tukiona musungu tunatetemeka. So anakuambia to sign, and then you don't know what you are signing. And then you are in captive for 5 years or whatever, because, so we wanted in this sports academy, which we are still dreaming of, and I thank you so much for coming, kwa sababu inamaanisha kwamba mumeweka muhuri yanse. We wanted to teach about anti-doping, we wanted to teach about gender equality, and and sports science. So we have a lot of dreams, and this is part of education, and education is here now, and we hope you will help us in the future and give us some guidance, because we know to run fast, but we don't know how to bring this. So we are already by TFET. We are registered by TFET, but we don't know even if we belong there. But now we are talking to we are now talking to a university to see if they can help us run the whole thing. But this is the story of Lona Sports Academy.
Pigia makofi Lona. Lona, we tutaongea nyuma ya tent. We will agree how to support you. You must be supported. Whether it is my colleague or CS Ogamba, fully supported. Now, we are almost at the end. Yeah? So mnajua hata tumeongea mambo mengi. Do you still want other people to talk? Now I just want the last person, or the last two people. I want to give, I know they have been raising their hands. Please allow me to just give one person. I want to give Tim, whom we've done some work together, kwa Mentathon, to speak about in some mentorship and motivation for young people, for the students. But in 2 minutes, as an aspirant, speaking as a professionally.
Thank you, CS. I'm guided, it aside. CS, the country spends 1 trillion every year on alcohol and betting. 1 trillion. 70% of that is betting. 70% of that is betting. The other 30% is alcohol, which means that we spend about 80 billion shillings. 80 falling pregnant every year. In the country, about 450,000. Even in 2023, going 2024, decision of 10%. And to blame the professionals here. country is spending the reason that is really consequential is because young people don't believe that their own effort can get them what they want in life. I listened to Honorable CS when he came to Chepkok, CS. I was slightly younger then. I didn't have the gray beard. There was no politics. And you spoke. And you know, you were in high school then, you were in college then, you had just begun, or I speak a little bit like you. But that came to speak to us in high school. I would really like that all of you, if possible, can be a marathon where you do 2 hours with us every single year. The reason this is powerful is because we want more people to say it's possible. If CS could come from Mbabut, Sengwer, and become the CS interior in this country, because someone like Wakili Ogamba can rise again. I'm supposed to be the people's senator. Rise again, other people can rise again. If all of you have good stories, and they say the best way, or two about yourself so that you can give a line of sight for a young. Susan did this, Professor Chesarek did this, Laxmana did this, other person did this. Just maybe, even I might be able to do that. And the reason that is consequential,
thank you, Tim.
We have 10 million young people. There will be no chance that we can give all of them jobs if they can believe that they can be entrepreneurs, they can be professional, that will go.
Tim.
Thank you.
Lastly, really spend time. Professor Cheruiyot, on behalf of the university, you are really helping us in this county to in the establishment of Kerio Valley, and Eldoret University is going to be the mentoring institution. And as we work together to make this dream a reality this year, Professor Cheruiyot, much for being with us, and you've been
God is good, and all the to the students who are in our universities. Sorry, the universities were saying, and they mentioned many things, but two things stood out. One of the things they talked about is on mental health. And Waziri, there's this rule, or there's this regulation of 300 meters from the educational institution, the issue of where the alcoholic beverages and whatever is located. You see, that rule or regulation has a loophole, because we were trying to enforce and or the fence. And many of our students also are staying outside. So I think there should be a way of crafting a law to ensure that not just the institution itself, but even the surrounding. Number two, the other issue that I listen careful about is about funding. And Waziri, as universities, we are trying to work on the issue of funding with our ministry and also the National Treasury and other stakeholders, including Parliament. The MTI is being improved to ensure that students are able to be funded correctly. But the challenge that we have is that even if the MTI identify the funding need, there is that funding gap that is always there. And we are thinking, how can we ensure that that funding gap is bridged? For example, ensuring maybe household can pay a little more so that we don't leave a lie. So Waziri, I want to thank the ministry and the government for the new funding model. I think with working with other stakeholders, we are making progress. And I think going forward, there is something that we are working on. And finally, about the university, Kerio Valley University, we've had engagement with the commission at Tambach. And we are waiting for the final outcome, though there's only one little challenge of the transition of where the college is going, but the leadership is working on it with your leadership, Waziri, and we want to thank all the stakeholders. We are almost there. We are at only 2% remaining, and with your support, we'll reach there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. It must be a reality. Tulianza na wewe from 2013. So this time round, tukiwa hapa, na rais akiwa, na waziri mwenyewe ako hapa, that has to be a reality. This sitting down here, waziri, for 4 hours must give birth to something, and I am confident that will happen. Professor, nilikuwa nimekusahau. I called you many times and then I forgot about you. Tupatia 2 minutes, alafu memorandum unaweza tupatia.
Asante. Thank you, Waziri, and thank you for the opportunity to say something on behalf of professionals. And the first remark is that I don't remember having a conference in this county. So we really want to thank you for thinking about this conference that has brought all of us. Since morning, as professionals, you said we are guilty as charged. We take the responsibility. We've been whispering, and we know, although we have so many responsibilities in boards, we sit in the management of primary schools. We sit also as chairman of the boards. Most of them are here. But when you look at the results, it may not be as good as what we intended to achieve. Kilimo and even the team have clearly indicated that we can do something. As professionals, we are going to really do something in the schools we are in, and even request for more additional responsibilities to be appointed in the schools. One of the things that we need to take quickly is even the data. When you look at the data presented by the ministry, it needed more in-depth analysis. So we suggest, Waziri, that this, because I saw 100 and something is from Elgeyo South, there was some 90-something from Marakwet West is. We want to really, if we had done a proper analysis, we could have allocated where that is. So through our chair, Susan, I take responsibilities we want to take. We are happy if Kerio University is going to be a reality. I was steering the chairman of the steering committee after Professor Jeriot. So when we handed over, the governor gave me responsibility to steer it, we handed over to the ministry. I'm happy that the minister is here. The professionals will be very happy. The way CS is saying, kabla mwaka iishe, even the community will be very happy. The last one, or just before the last one, is about the issues that professionals face. It is very true. Frustrations of professionals sometimes come from what we have already said. There is political interference. We cannot dispute that. There is inability for professionals to penetrate some of the appointees in the boards. And you know, professionals are very, very busy. When they come, they want to contribute and then follow up. It is good that we have said that the results is the principal. And the principal and the chairman of the board, if some of us are in the boards, I think when you check 2025 results, there is progress. There is progress. We also request that these audits from schools, can it come so that they become also part of the audit for the professionals? We see where there is progress. How come that Kapsawar or Marakwet or Metkei is succeeding? We need to really share those information, both from audit, because there is big governance issue. So Waziri, let's have some of those audits come to our group so that we can analyze. I want to commend several professionals who have done some good job. One of them, which we really need to mention, is Annie Biwott. Annie Biwott has built a very good school in Jepsigot. It is doing very well. Maybe we need to clap. Silently, she's done very, very well. We also have other groups, St. Patrick's High School. We have ourselves and professionals there. We have Kamgetik. There is one interesting support by one of our professionals where our old school was put tiles and new desks. So there are some things that are coming up that we need to copy, and they have come to this. We need to take them up. That one of our professionals led some of the group of us. We bought desks, we put all the tiles in the class, and it's a high school and it's a primary school. So there are some of the things that we think they have really be done by professionals.
Thank you, Prof.
We should adopt. There is the last one, programs. We have seen a lot of impact on the 2 conservation programs in the county. Kaptagat Integrated and also MATIANG'I ecosystem. We have a report on the impact on the schools, infrastructure, impact on the school performance, and we think, since we are the patron and the PS, we want to actually integrate an endowment fund within the 2 ecosystems.
Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you so much, and we have a memorandum for our ideas here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prof. You will give it to the Secretariat so that we combine all of them. Now, it's very difficult to be a programmer, but it was the only way we were going to achieve this. No, Prof. That's a wachana nayo. Upatia Secretariat. Now, there's so many people still here, lakini tuachie hapo. On behalf of all our MCAs, please simameni MCAs wetu. Yeah, all the MCAs, I'm very proud of you. All those MCAs, we have a partnership with them to support some students, and we have done so. So, nashukuru sana kwa kwenu hapa. Chevojvoj wa MSO, Ruben wa kutoka Tembelio, Ketini, Stella nominated, Kimoning Tabitha nominated, Mheshimiwa kutoka Chepkoria Ward, Wana Kimeli, asante sana. Mheshimiwa, wacha nikuja hapa mbele. Mheshimiwa MCA wangu, Deputy Speaker hapa, Bwana Lomsani, asante sana. Hilary Kipchirchir wa Kuserwa, Mweben Kuserwa, Kiptoyot kutoka Kabiemit Ward, mama yetu Miss Lai kutoka hapa nominated, Chepseba kutoka Soi North, JK kutoka Soi South, Deputy, that was Amani. Mheshimiwa Sambrir Ward, Bwana Chemurio, Bwana Leng kutoka Kaptarakwa, board member huko Elizabeth Daktari, Madam Peris kutoka nominated also, Mheshimiwa Sango kutoka Sengwer Ward, Mheshimiwa wa hapa, Mheshimiwa Cheptiony kutoka hii ward ya Kamarin Ward, Mheshimiwa Davis kutoka Mbobutan is nominated, mama yetu Kimoi nominated, Birir, Edda, I almost say Reds, nominated, Mheshimiwa Arab Army kutoka Chevororwo, Cherangany Chevororwo, Mheshimiwa Philip kutoka Metkei Ward, Mheshimiwa kijana yetu Gilbert kutoka is nominated for youth. Justin kutoka Arorward Daktari, wetu former MCA, rafiki yangu Sagaria, MCA Salina nominated, MCA wa Leland Ward Trufena, Priscilla, remember Trufena ndio ako nyuma yako. Mheshimiwa Talel who is a board member, Evelyn who is nominated, Joshua Kibruto, aka Arab Abdi kutoka Kapsawar Ward, Trufena former nominated, Mheshimiwa Mzee Simba Tambaj Ward, alafu mwisho Mheshimiwa Loiwalan kutoka Cherangany Chevor Kabieko, and then tuko na Mheshimiwa Sali sijui amekuwa wapi nikisema watu hapa nominated also kutoka Cherangany Chevororu, and then we have our majority leader na MCA wa sehemu hii. Wacha maneno ya kusema, sema tu jina. Patie mic. 1 minute.
Asante CS, our chief guest who's the CS for education. Okay. Today, on behalf of my colleague MCS, I want to thank you, CS, for this opportunity. It is said that when we stop talking, that is when we start having problems. And it is good you've given us an avenue where all professionals can meet to vent and deliberate on the issues which are affecting our education. We as a leadership are very concerned. Every time the results are out, we are normally calling our principals, we are calling our colleagues to inquire on the performance. Now, it is good to establish where the rain started beating us. There was a time our school, St. Patrick's, used to be among the top 10 schools in the nation. There was a time a school in my ward, Singore Girls, became position 1 nationally. Nowadays, they don't even become position 1 in the ward or in the sub-location. So this forum is a good opportunity for us to speak, ask ourselves the serious questions, and look for solutions.
Thank you.
And
thank you, Mwesh.
Waziri, there is one key. I used to teach. Today we've met as teachers, we've met as the board of managers, we've met with the students, but there is one key stakeholder who's not here, the parent.
They're here. They are represented by the PTA.
And I think that is where the problem is. I'm a professional by all rights, and there was a time we were so concerned with the results of Bugar Primary School, and we called for a meeting. Some of my colleagues, my friends who are in Nairobi, others who are all over the nation, came to Bugar, but only out of 300 and something parents, only 10 showed up. So we have an issue also with the parents. They have delegated their responsibility.
Thank you. Correct. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, leader. Now, we have our former members of parliament. Waseme tu majina yao, patia mic, Mheshimiwa Jepkitony. They are very disciplined people. I just wanted their voice to be heard.
Thank you, Waziri. Our guest of honor.
Just go straight. Don't go for protocols.
The all protocols observed. I'm Honorable Lucas Jepkitony, the former member of parliament for Kenyan North, this area. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa. Mheshimiwa, you are not a former MCA, you are still MCA. Mheshimiwa Kamlesh, introduce yourself.
Yes, Waziri. My name is Daniel Rono. Sometimes I'm called Kamlesh when I have some money. Thank you, Waziri. I'm currently in the board of CA, so I will handle the people who don't have a network. Thank you.
Can you give your neighbor a mic from Safaricom to say something about the network? Otherwise, we are not going to be able to teach without digital access.
Thank you very much, Waziri. Asante sana. I thought you will not give me a chance to speak. At Safaricom, we believe that in the 21st century, a child's zip code should not determine who he's going to be. because it should not determine the access to the world and to the education. So we work closely with the county, and I would ask the county government to give us a list of the places that have an issue with network, so that we can have a look at it. Because in Safaricom, we take education very serious. Safaricom Foundation, one of the core pillars of Safaricom Foundation is education. And since 2003 to date, in Elgeyo Marakwet only, we've spent over 250 million in sponsoring of schools, be it classes, be it dormitories, be it desk, over 250 million from 2003.
Thank you.
We also have an academy called M-Pesa Foundation Academy, where we take 4 students from each county. So you can get rest assured that every year we have 4 students from Elgeyo Marakwet benefiting from full sponsorship at our academy.
Thank
so
you.
we'll work together with you to make sure that education is taken care of in Elgeyo Marakwet. Asante.
Asante sana. You already have the list, but we will also give you again. The governor will give you today again.
No, the list that we were given, we are working on it.
Please, we will know.
Yes.
We'll give you again.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. And we want to thank you thank Safaricom Foundation. They are doing a very good job. M-Pesa Foundation, they're doing a very good job here. And we want to appreciate. We have, now that I am there, we had, when we put together this program, all these people supported us. As you can see, they are here. Lorna has already spoken. And I want KCB representative who is here. Please, give the KCB to say something. They gave us monetary support.
Thank you very much, yes. And I'll take all protocols as observed. And I'll just touch on 2 things, because KCB Group and Ministry of Education and Government works very closely together on various initiatives. And the launch by His Excellency at Alliance High School of the National Solarization Program, that was just 2 weeks ago, and it all began in year 2022 with PS Dr. Belio Kipsang. It started as projects to help cooking on LPG, moved on to solar, and now we plan to solarize 3,213 boarding schools in this country, and we encourage Elgeyo Marakwet County to be the first in ensuring that all the boarding schools are solarized. The second thing I'd like to speak about is our partnerships with the NGCDF. There was a gentleman from TVET who spoke about our sponsorship of students in the TVETs. So what we do as KCB, we match shilling for shilling, up to 2.5 million shillings per NGCDF. We are 50% there. I think we're still working with 2 other constituencies.
Thank you.
Asante sana. Yeah.
Cooperative Bank, please, if you can take 1 minute, all of you. Yeah, she was my bank at some point. Proceed.
All protocol observed. Good afternoon. My name is Nancy Tuikong. I work for Cooperative Bank as a Relationship Manager, Government and Public Sector Banking. Thank you so much, Waziri, for inviting us to partner with you. We appreciate the invitation. And as Cooperative Bank, we have worked with you people in supporting projects like this. And what I can say we sponsor students like the grade 10, and we've been doing that for a long time. We do it through the counties, and we sponsor bright, needy students, this time above EE. We said we don't want E's, but now CBE works with E and EEs. And so congratulations, Waziri, for what you've done.
Thank you.
And I congratulate the leadership of Elgeyo Marakwet. I have seen you do so much in education. And I know PS Kipto knows what we've done together. And we just request for support as the bank also. Please bank with us. These institutions, welcome to Cooperative Bank. We have everything you need in a bank.
Thank you.
So,
that is part of our nini, inaitwa nini? No, job evaluation. amefanya marketing. Now, Equity Bank, they have also supported us and they work on education issues. Quick.
Good afternoon, everyone. All protocols observed. My name is Carol Ruto. I come from a nearby county, and I'm happy to be here to support on behalf of the bank. For us, we are very keen on supporting education, looking at the number of people from this county that have been supported through the Wings to Fly. We have 794 from this county. So we continue to support, and currently we took the top students from KCAC class of 2024. They are currently undertaking internship. And therefore, I just want to commit that as an institution, we are here, we are ready to offer support. If you need mentors to the students, we have chaperones who support our Equity Leadership Program team to come and mentor the teams on the ground. We are available. We have 2 branches in this county, and we are willing to support and ready to support.
Thank you, Madam Ruto. Sidian. Thank you very much, Sidian. And then Safaricom have spoken. And whom have I forgotten, Susan? That is where?
Syrian.
Sidian, oh yeah, I thought you were not there. You did not?
No, I'm here.
Okay, proceed.
Okay, my name is Paul Mutai. I'm also from this county. I am the head of operations in Sydian. At Sydian also we like education, and we are working on a program now to work with NGCDF to have tanks in the school, because also the health issues of schools, I mean the WASH program, I mean the... Okay, sorry. Maybe I'm not used to this so much, but I was saying we are working with the NGCDF, and we, right now we are rolling out a partnership with the NGCDF to have tanks in schools for water supply, for schools to have clean water. But we are working on a program that will support the schools.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sidian. I was introducing former MPs. Proceed. Who was the next one introducing themselves? It was, no, not you. I'm talking about this county. Yeah. Yes, Mheshimiwa.
Thank you very much. I'm Honorable Lina Jabi Kilimo, a former MP for Marakwet East constituency. I just want to support the issue that story sells, because I had a story and I'm here because somebody told a story. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa. And then we have advisor of the Deputy President and former MP Elgeyo South.
Asante sana waziri.
They will see you more if you sit there.
Okay.
That is the essence of the project, otherwise nobody will see you.
Asante sana. Asante waziri. As you said, I'm Jackson Kiptanui, former member of parliament for Elgeyo South constituency, and allow me to make we have all spoken here related, and we have also provided solutions. Kila mtu ametoa solution. I think the question that we need to ask ourselves is, how do we actualize from today, ili kwamba tusimalize leo hii na tusahau mpaka next year. And I have a proposal. Maybe we need to come up with a call and say, let's go back. We go back to our villages. Bishop Kipsoya has spoken very well. Hata mimi nikienda shule yangu ya zamani, mahali nitoka over 30 years ago, wanaweza uliza wewe ni wa nani. So we are there, we have succeeded elsewhere, but we are not known by our villagers, we are not known by our schools, because tulienda na tukaenda tukienda. I want to request our professionals that we play a role, we go back to our community, tufanye kazi kanisani, tufanye kazi shuleni, and we shall make some great impact. As we do that, Waziri, I have a solution. We have heard from the high school, from the university students, ile kazi wanafanya. I would propose that even as we plan to go back as professionals, we support the university students warudi mashule, kwa sababu wao wametoka shule juzi, wanajulikana kwa primary, wanajulikana secondary school, and they can do a lot of motivation. Let's support them financially na watufanyie kazi kubwa.
Thank you, Mwesh.
Asante sana.
Asante sana. We have the chair of SEPU, that is School Equipment Program.
School Equipment Production Unit, Waziri.
Yes, and he's also a former member of parliament by his own right.
Thank you, Waziri.
Mheshimiwa Busiene.
Thank you, Waziri.
Say one word.
And, maybe, Waziri, before I continue, maybe I would like to actually recognize the people from Cebu. I have the CEO with us here. I don't know where he is. Then there, and then we have director from this region, that is Dorcas Kimwetich. So, Waziri, I want to say that, Waziri, as in Cebu, we have a very unique product, that is a mobile app. Because I had somebody saying that building a app as I know, expense is about 5 million. And also, as in Cebu, we have innovation of a mobile app that can be pushed from one class to another class in a lesson, Waziri. So I call upon all the principals who are here and the chairmen of the school and the Waishimiwa to pass our stand there, outside there, and check those products. Then you come to our institution to purchase. Quite a number of members of parliament from other constituencies have visited our place and they have purchased. So I call upon you, members of parliament from this region, special region from our home, visit our stand and check those products, and you will get a very, 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 very important product. Thank you very much, Waziri, and continue, Waziri, like that, and roll this program to entire country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We have also the representative from NGCDF board, and NGCF plays a very, very, very integral role in the support of school infrastructure. The board member who is present here is my friend and former colleague. We served together in the Senate, Senator Naomi Masitsa, aka Scoop. Scoop is very important because when she was contributing in the Senate against sexual offenses, especially rape, she said, Mr. Speaker, the solution is to scoop. So proceed. And I don't want to say she was saying we scoop where. Proceed.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Buenos dias, my brother. Yeah, we are still scooping, of course. And I'm very delighted. I'm very happy to get this opportunity. My name is Honorable Naomi Masitsa Shionga, former senator nominated Kakamega County. I served with Mheshimiwa Murkomen, and I'm happy that we are serving together with you, and I'm in your county. Thank you so much. Not to take so much time, I just want to say NGCDF is a very, very important, significant, and it plays a very significant role when it comes to our constituencies. And we work together as partners, especially when it comes to bursaries and infrastructure in schools, not forgetting any other infrastructure that we need when it comes to our students. Lastly, I'm very good in time, and you know very much how I go with time. Elgeyo Marakwet, as we are celebrating you in this conference, we have around 4 constituencies. That we have Marakwet East, Marakwet West, Elgeyo North, and Elgeyo South. We have offered, or we have given, the year 2004-05, we have given over 872 billion shillings, and we are still supporting and we are still supporting, and we are there. Singapore tutaenda, na tuko hapo because we have all these partners. Thank you very much.
February next year they say huko tu ni kuangalia, lakini Kenya, just say jambo, don't your name and something. I think that's the last I wanted to recognize. Proceed.
Thank you, Waziri. I'm representing the CEO who was not able to be here. But KLB is a strategic partner for all the stakeholders who are here today. We are a state corporation wholly owned by the Ministry of Education. And our work, one, is to provide authorship opportunities for Kenyans. So every Kenyan here who can write is allowed to come to KLB, will author your books free of charge.
Thank you.
One more, if you allow me. I had issues being raised by NAT TSC, and quality assurance officers about retooling. KLB has in the past partnered with various institutional bodies to offer retooling opportunities for teachers. So please welcome, partner with us, and we'll be able to make sure that...
Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. And you have an exhibition here. Yeah, we want to finish so that people can pass through the exhibition for all the exhibitions that are here. Now, I think I have tried. Yeah, sinimejaribu. Kusukuma. Speaker, one word. Speaker, Assembly.
Thank you. I'll keep it one word. Two things is about we are politicians, but from the discussion, we promise not to interfere. I commit on behalf of many of us. Second and last is let's go back to where we came from. Motivation plays a very critical role, and we are who we are today because of others. Thank you, and God bless.
Very much, Speaker. That is if that is the you may come here.
Towards academic excellence. Let's clap for all of us. Waziri, before I invite my colleagues, 2 years ago, when I was given an opportunity by the great people of this constituency, first I had to check on the academic performance of our institution. And for sure, it wasn't and part of some of the resolutions that we, apart from what most of the people have said here, including are not taking there to pursue academics. That is transiting students to the university. Number two is the issue of the interference that the bishop said. And for sure, interference is across. It's a very broad. Kuzalisha masomo na kuna kuzalisha watoto. So lakini tunafahamu kwamba ilikuwa kwa maneno ya kusalisha nini? Elimu. Kwa hivyo I want to urge you, members, my colleagues who are here, and these congregants, that kwa sababu the problem that we are having here is societal problem also. Some of the priorities that we have as a community is actually opposite. And I'm saying this because you have a meeting with principals and board of management. One of their priority is only focusing on infrastructure. So we tend to focus and put academics number 3 and 4 uko nyuma. Kwa hivyo, because we have said a lot of things, I don't want to repeat because we have touched in one way or the other. Let us now have way forward of ensuring that we disseminate this information to the grassroots level, and also, if possible, because that is what we did, we neighbor and a friend and a colleague, Mheshimiwa Daktari Gideon Kemayo, to also give his brief remarks. And as agreed, you can come here, Mheshimiwa. Come.
Our guest of honor, Waziri, your colleague Waziri, all other leaders who are here, good evening, or it's afternoon. Good evening. First of all is to appreciate Waziri for organizing this conference. I think much has been said from morning up to now. I don't have to repeat myself. For me, there are only two things that I will emphasize. One is leadership. Hata tuseme hii hapa kutoka asubuhi mpaka jioni. The person who is in charge of a school is a principal. If the principal wants that school to succeed, that school will succeed. So the challenge goes back to leadership. So it's about us now to go back and support the principals. If we support them, and I can use the example of the principal MATIANG'I girls. Every now and then, the principal of MATIANG'I girls will call the PS, will call the governor, will call the MP, will call the stakeholders, and she's trying to bring everybody on board to ensure that the school succeeds, and in the long run, we get the results. So I challenge the principals that the buck stops with you. Hata waziri aseme nini mingi ama mimi ama nani, the final person who will have a say in a school is the principal. The leader of this country is His Excellency the President. Sisi tutalaumu mawaziri, watu watanalaumu nani? Wanalaumu President. At the docket of Interior is led by Waziri Murkomen. They will not blame the ACC, the DCC, they will blame Waziri. If it is education, they will not blame the teacher, they will blame Waziri who is here. So, two, education is very expensive. There is a lot of investment that goes to education. And I'm sorry to say this, Waziri, we have commercial education in our country. Money will take the child to academy in primary.
Special needs. Finally, is our students in the university have spoken. I want to promise the president, the national president, the challenge is the reason why we have not been able to meet you. During our days, there were only 4 universities. University of Nairobi, Kenyatta University, Egerton, and Moi University. It was very easy for leaders to meet you. Now we have over 40 universities. It's not possible to meet all of you. So maybe what we need to do, I can take up the challenge as the leader for elected leaders in Elgeyo Marakwet County to meet the national leaders, and then we can sit down with the CS, with the PS, and all the leaders, and we will see how we can help you, how we can support you as a team to go around and talk to our students in the schools. That is what we used to do in the university. Actually, it was not the professionals who were going around. It was more of the university students. Because there were few, it was very easy to help them. So I want to call my colleague, Professor Kamar, to say one. Oh, she has left, eh? Then the deputy governor, maybe, or you just give the governor directly. Okay. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Tupigie makofi our senator tafadhali. DG, kwa sababu time imeenda, labda upatiwe, because you are an educationist, wacha apatiwe just a minute to mic, ama kama iko mbali akuje hapa. Okay. Just a minute.
Thank you so much. Of the staff of the county government, allow me just to recognize the CCs who are here and the COs. Stand up, please, and directors, be upstanding. CCs and COs, we are here and we will work with you fully to support this. Secondly is to say, Waziri Murkomen, you have made history. We want to thank you very much for bringing this historic event to the county, and now we will work with you closely to make sure that we form a county education committee or a caucus that will now move to make sure that each and every one of us is going back to their primary schools. We each one adopt a school. And finally is to say, Waziri Education, karibu sana. Sisi tunaomba kitu moja tu. Hiyo story ulisikia maneno ya university, leo umefika, education team is here, sema neno moja na roho yetu itafurahi. Asante sana.
Thank you very much. Waziri, KVDA, I hear, simame tu penye yako. KVDA team, they have been supporting us to drill water. Chairman is here. He has drilled water in so many of our primary schools across the valley. And Waziri wetu and the entire, and leadership and all protocols observed. This opportunity on behalf of the community to appreciate you as the PSS for taking your time to come. We don't deserve, we are a very small county.